Yeah, Mike Scott, Chicago. The only way to keep calm is troubled world is have a serene mind. Think your own thoughts, live your own life, speak your own mind. You know, it's the first drink sets off phenomenal craving. That means you put alcohol in your body, you crave more. The obsession of mind is a thought that blocks out all of the thoughts. The allergy, once you drink, you can't stop. Lack of power was my dilemma. I had to find a power outside me to create my life. So it's about the entire cycle of change. You know, a man is rich in important things he can afford to leave alone. Alcohol killed 3.2 million worldwide last year. Cigarettes kills $8 million. A billion people on cigarettes. So this is we're talking about a compulsion. I mean, you're doing something against your will. When they say the compulsive gambler, he's gambling against his will. Recovery is about abstinence of a lot of things. That's not drinking alcohol. It's absent from gambling. I haven't gambled 33 years. I don't know the horse race, and that's about recovery. I don't gamble. I don't shoot dice. You know, it's about change of thinking, action, and lifestyle. So my life has changed. This is I'm my own best friend. He's his own best friend. I don't. How you doing? Yeah, I don't have to be happy on Christmas, sad on Valentine's Day, mean on Halloween. I don't follow the crowds. And the slow lane is the best lane. I'm not sitting here for entertainment purposes. I'm sitting here because I live a good life. I jumped on jets. I wore Italian made suits. I had, at 20 years old, I had A1 credit. I had to have to show 3 IDs because a black man ain't supposed to have 3 credit cards, a credit card, A1 credit, and when he's 20 years old. Blacks couldn't read books back in the day. I got a photographic memory. I weaponized my mind. I started the first NA program in this place right here. When they didn't want NA meetings at this mustard seed place, I went against the other crowd. And back in 1939, some of the history, blacks was not allowed in this program. Bums was not allowed in this program. If you was a prostitute, they call you a fallen woman. You could not come in here. 1945, Bill W. got a call from a guy from New York City, and the guy who wrote his name was Barry L. They got a black guy, blonde head. He was a sexual diva, ex-convict, and they said, "Is he an alcoholic?" They said, "Yes." That's why the traditions came 1945 because we normally were not mixed. This was an elite club back in the day, and recovery is elite. And the NA program started in 1953 because Jimmy K from California, he started in California because they got a cold reception in AA, because you get a cold reception in Disneyland, wherever you go. It's good and bad wherever you go. Yin and yang, negative and positive. There's a devil in hell and there's a God in heaven. I serve God. I don't serve money. I used to dream about money and wake up broke. So 1953, when he used the 12 and 12 to use that to start the program. So 12 and 12 created the NA program in California, 1953. So history, you got to learn the history. I've been studying books before I stopped chasing the women, stopped being that playboy. I hung out in the libraries and I educate my mind. So I don't follow these people around the crowds. The company you keep will determine the trouble you meet. So don't be a slave to somebody else thinking. You're just talking about experiences. I have experience. I know what it is to get at 4 o'clock in the morning on the west side, 1,000 customers. Nowadays, can't nobody don't want to go to work today. You go in the store, you standing there, they cater to the internet people first, and you got to stand here until they serve the people. So, think for yourself. God gave you a brain to use. So Mike Scott, Chicago, I'm down here in recovery. Recovery comes inside, so I don't need a crowd, to be happy. Happiness comes from within. So I'm my own best friend. I take your life in privacy, and I enjoy life today. Mike Scott, Chicago.